And your service to people everywhere for about social media.
Ugh,
I know.
I miss it today.
I hear you. It's a thing, and there's people there, and it feels nice, and the hearts are nice, and the comments are nice. But there's all that other stuff on there too.
Yeah, there is all that other stuff.
There's so much
Gosh.
other stuff.
When I miss it, I really forget about the other stuff. And yeah, because I'm not one of those people who, like, I think about Amelia or my friend Nick, who are just live very, I mean, I shouldn't totally project onto them, but for the most part, I think live pretty peaceful. They're not, they don't miss it in the way that I miss it. I think
Mm,
they feel very free. They're like, I am now free of that. And
right.
I think I, yeah, I miss it still. I also think that, like, I was talking to Amelia about this, and she pointed out, like, she left it and then made a career pivot and made a job pivot that didn't require social media as
Mm,
much. Whereas, like, I didn't do that. I kept my same career and lost this tool that was really working in some ways and really not working in other ways. And
hmm.
so, yeah, as this book, The Practice of Attention, comes out, I it's a strange feeling to not get to, like, have the celebratory feelings that you get when you look at social media and have a big thing happen. So I'm feeling I'm in my feels about it today.
Hmm. Hmm. No, to be expected because you've had it for other book launches,
Yeah.
so you know what it is and what it feels like. And you were in the big huge part of Instagram years ago. Like you were one of the, oh my goodness, like your account got big and this and that, and people like by design, like you got the big teddy bear at the
Yeah.
carnival.
I really did. I'll never forget when this had to have been 2014 or 2013, 2014, where they would do featured users, and I
Mm.
became a featured user. So I had like an organic 5,000 followers, and then it just shoots bots and random people towards you, and then all of a sudden I had 20,000, and it was
Wow. Hmm.
like, whoa. Like, and in that time, having that many followers really, like, meant something. It really meant,
Yeah.
like, you are legit and your business is legit, even though I wasn't paying sales tax or regular taxes or doing anything right.
Well,
I was like, but I was
yeah.
like, yeah, I'm legit. I'm legit.
Sure.
So yeah.
A lot of us start out like I just realized I've been self-employed since for 20 years now, 2006. And people will be like, "Oh, wow, you really figured it out." And this, I'm like, "Are you kidding? Like, no one would hire me." And I just scrounged up jobs to go to my PayPal account, hopefully, and
Yeah.
figured out taxes. My that first year of being self-employed, I was a contractor then at AOL Music. They just gave me one check a month. I was like, "This is amazing." And then in April, it was like, "Well, you owe this much money now," and I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit."
Yeah.
I didn't have that money. So a lot of lessons over 20 years that I'm still figuring out. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, this will be year 13 for me, and I feel that, like, I'm feeling into that, like, length of time to be like, wow, this is a long time to have not worked for someone else. And to be fair, I did work at an herb shop in Oakland for like 2 months when I first moved to California, because I was
Hmm.
like, I'm gonna have to get a job. And I immediately was the worst worker ever. Like,
Mm,
it was so clear that I was just what it wasn't the right fit. And yeah, but so I technically have had a job in the last
I,
13 years for 2 months.
I did too. I helped sell tacos in Brooklyn.
Oh, there you go.
was selling tacos and doing pour over coffee, as one does.
Yeah. Yes,
Hmm.
as one does.
And I started out doing helping a guy at like markets, like setting up tables and little outdoor stoves and stuff like that. That was great. Like I could just show up, help set up. Then he moved to a space, and then it was like, oh, now I get to work 10-hour days. I have to be there at 7 a.m. I have to be there till whatever, 4 or 5 p.m. Oh, I have to. Then it was just like, I hate this. I don't ever want to do this.
Yeah.
To be in one place the whole time. And also the space was like the size of our two Zoom boxes. It was so small, so I was like that close to the boss the whole time. I was like, I can't do this. Can't do this.
Yeah, this is really making me think about like how something I've really learned in the last 6 months or so is like how precious the like assets I have in self-employment are, and I feel that about deleting my Instagram in some ways. Like I like whether or not it was working for sales, it was definitely working for like bringing new people into my ecosystem, for people being able to click the link to my website, and I left that. And
Hmm.
then I did my dance where I went back to Substack, then tried Patreon, then went back to
Hmm.
Button Down, and in that process, deleted my paid subscribers and have been slowly building them back. But it's not anywhere near where it was when I deleted it. And I think I felt a little like flippant almost, like a little like, oh, I can just build it back or like and it's like it took me 4 years to build that many paid subscribers. It
Hmm.
wasn't like it just happened one day. And so yeah, I think in this time I'm really thinking about like how precious it is to have. I would like to think I would never delete my email list as a whole,
Mm. Hmm.
but that's I see people making quick decisions without really realizing how it might affect their self-employment landscape. So
Yeah, like yeah, you never really hear anyone of deleting their email list because there's no like I don't know.
don't do it.
Yeah, please don't do that. No. If you're going to delete Substack, at least export your email list first.
Yes.
But it's a platform thing, I think. A lot of people get in this spirit of I'm gonna I'm gonna burn Instagram to the ground. I'm gonna burn LinkedIn, delete, delete, delete. Like that seems even because it's also too like we know we really can't reach that whole audience anyway. It's just like throw your hands up and kind of storm
100%.
out.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing where like the algorithm back in the day, I could sell out one class by making one
Hmm.
Instagram post that 2,000 people liked, and everybody went to my website and bought the class, and that was it. And now, when I left Instagram, 16 people would maybe like the post,
Hmm.
and nobody would sign up for it. And I would have to send 7 marketing emails that week. And no complaints. I mean, God bless the marketing email. I'm glad that they work, but I have fun writing them. But I think yeah, Instagram just started working really differently, and that's
Hmm.
why you should all have an email list and don't delete your paid subscribers, even if you're experience mania. Don't delete them. Pause.
The the pivot from because you had went back to Substack and you went
Sorry, I
for left
laughed.
Substack. Substack is its own beast. Went to Button Down, and then
Yeah.
you were like, well, I really there's this community aspect, there's a social media aspect, definitely on Substack, and it's something. There's some energy there. There's people there, and
Yeah.
you went back to because it's there and you know it like and we know
Yeah.
it and right now that is okay-ish until it's not on Substack
Yeah. I
because of
think
the
the way
social
that,
media aspect on there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the way that you just described that helps me have a little bit more like self-forgiveness for myself for like, because of course there's part of me that's like, why did I just ended up right back where I was on button down? So it's like, why did I even do that? But it's like I was really searching for community and togetherness and to be tethered into with the people. And I
My cat is
couldn't,
chewing on plastic. I'm sorry.
oh my goodness,
Little
Kiki.
distraction. Yeah.
Yesterday I was in Pilates and my cat was sitting right in front of my computer, like looking at the screen, like the Pilates, my Zoom square,
Mm.
everyone's doing Pilates and it's just an orange cat. Like
Oh, kitties.
he was really
Yeah.
cute though.
Once I'm gonna have to put him outside because he's just gonna keep eating
Yeah,
plastic. I'm
yeah, yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're fine.
My goodness. I'm sorry.
You're totally fine. I was teaching the other day and June was barking so
Oh.
crazy and I had to be
Mm.
like, I have to walk out of the office and go tend to the dog. I'm teaching live, but I can't.
Sure.
There's nothing I can do.
But you are a person and not a corporation and not a.
It's true. But yeah, I feel like, well, and I feel like this is really how I'm feeling today with this, like, oh, I miss being on Instagram. Is this like, I, it's like Ariel from The Little Mermaid. It's like, I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing.
Mhm.
You know, it's like, I really, and to be clear, I live in a very rural, small town in northern Michigan. So it's like, I do have friends and community, but it's not at the level of like living in a city.
Mhm.
And so I feel like that was sort of my way in to like, what's everybody up to? Like, what's going on in the world?
Mhm.
And I just don't really have that anymore. And it sometimes that disconnection is like really nice and really good for my nervous system and feels really good. And other times I just end up feeling kind of lonely. And but yeah, getting back on Substack, I pretty much immediately knew it wasn't where I wanted to be. And I this is something Amelia Ruby talks about is like the difference of a platform and a tool. And I was also just talking to Anne Friedman about this and just like Substack is a platform like where you connect with each other. Button Down is a tool. It is
Mm.
a just a tool to send your newsletter. Now, some people can use Substack as just a tool, but I was back already to like, oh, this isn't making sense. It just felt so loud in there. I didn't like it.
It it's social media all over again. When I
Yeah,
went there in 2021, there was no notes,
thank
and it was
God.
just a cheap.
The
Yeah, it
good
was
old
just like,
days.
I could start an email list here for free,
Yep.
and lo and behold, now that is lock in for me because okay, I've amassed an email list. Okay, if I want to move it somewhere, oh look, now it costs $100 a month for me to like move somewhere else now,
Yep.
which is a whole can of worms
A whole can of worms. So where's your email list right now?
on Substack still.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
No judgment.
I all my writing goes on my blog first.
That's right. I was
And
like, I knew there was something smart you were doing.
maybe I don't know. It's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And I keep linking to it from Substack, like read it over here, kind of not like click here to read more, but yeah, I keep
Yeah.
most of it on my own site just because in case Substack someday burns down or whatever, and
Yeah.
it will get sold to Meta or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, the platformness of it. That's the appeal. I talk to so many people all the time of like, why are you still on social media? Well, all my friends are there. My family's there. These communities are there. And it's just
Yeah.
this terrifying thing because it's like until it's not, until your parents get kicked off of Facebook or other people get locked out of their accounts or their accounts get hacked or whatever, or the
Yeah.
community thing gets shut down for absolutely no reason, like it's terrifying.
Yeah. And it's so interesting though, because again, what you described is like what I think anyone who's still on social media or someone like me who's considering like what would it look like to return if I ever did or use some platform is like not to sound too cheesy, but it's like we're all just looking for each other. Like we're
Mm-hmm.
just looking for community and family and to be together. And it's hard in this digital age to find that without the digital pathways.
Yeah. And again, these platforms, Instagram and all them, just make it so easy. Like, you know this, how easy is it to share an actual video on the internet? Like, it's hard. You got to upload it somewhere, you got to
Yeah.
link. Instagram is just like, yo, here you go. Press a button and boom, you're
Yes.
live. You could do it live.
Yes.
Even with the Substack app, you could stream live right from your phone. But try to put
Yes.
a video, host a video on your site. Now you have to look at bandwidth and hosting and this, that, and the other. And those platforms don't, they make it as simple as possible,
Yep.
which made us like, so I don't know. I feel like we used to have forums or websites or all this other different rough stuff on the internet, and like it was so easy to just get away from. Like we used to manage MP3 files. We had
Yeah.
folders of them, and we synced our iPhones, like, or
Yeah.
not even iPhones, iPods. Um, and now we're like, no, we like now that's almost a chore. Like I don't know
Yeah.
if you've gone through that, but here every now and again, I'm like, I'm gonna do a music player on my computer again, and then like some of my songs are missing artwork. Now I
Yeah.
got to find the artwork. Wait,
That's
these are out
annoying.
of
Yeah.
order. Some reason these are, it's two albums. No, it's one. And it's like managing this stuff. And it's just like, no, the internet made all this easy.
I know. I really feel that. I mean, I will be honest and say I'm not. I have so many friends who are like leaving Spotify, leaving Google, and those are just not on my list at the moment. Like, it's just, it's the ease that I'm like, I
Yeah.
need that level of ease somewhere in my life. And I know that, there's a lot that I do to give up ease and comfort, and I think that's important in these times, especially considering like who these corporations are giving money to and, not agreeing with that. And there's ease at the end of the day, and
Hmm.
I'm staying curious about some of my choices around ease.
Absolutely. And it's not even, I feel like so much of this too is so much of the isolation of it all. Like we're so like
Mm,
kind of sectioned off from everybody unless we're on an app and seeing stuff. And so like if we stay busy engaging and replying and liking and everything like that, and then it's harder like to actually get offline and then like talk about like how do I get rid of Gmail? How do I do that? That's hard as hell. It's
yeah,
connected to so many things and all that. So
yeah,
like yeah, a lot of that is just again by design to like I like ease too. I do. I don't want to admin my own email list, and which is possible, but
yeah.
it's just like no, I don't want to do that. I have a friend that was like talking about hosting their own website, like a literal at home, like have a computer hooked up to the,
Whoa.
yeah, and they were like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you can, but like it's a lot of
yeah,
work.
yeah. That is
So
a lot of work.
so the ease is like, holy crap, this world is hard. It's very hard.
Yeah,
There's so much stacked against us in all these fronts, and so yeah, we need some ease.
yeah. Well, and it's interesting, like you were just kind of saying too. It's like we're I think so much about the like what came first, chicken or the egg of like we're so isolated, so we're looking to the phone to find
Mm,
connection, but then are we so isolated because we can't stop looking at our phone to find connection? And it's like, yeah, I think that's something I often feel too is I'm am I looking for what I'm looking for in the wrong places?
Mm, yeah. Yeah, because it's one thing of like, this of talking of like the marketing angle. It's great to get other people to talk about your stuff so they tell their audience, and that can bring more new faces to what you're doing. But that doesn't replace like I'm on social media engaging with people and replying to people and seeing what they're doing. Like it's more than just like a marketing thing. It's a connection thing.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just because I mean, I know I'm talking to someone whose whole like thing is literally called social media escape club, but it's like I'm I think from talking about this book so much and talking about social media so much, and I'm
Hmm.
curious how you feel about this, I'm like, I never want to talk about social media again. Like,
Yeah.
is how I feel right now. I'm like,
Hmm.
I would actually rather get back on it, use it when I feel like it, and never talk about it. Somebody else can talk about it. Other people are much better at talking about it than I am. I'm clearly crazy and don't know how I feel about it. And so it's like, I, or even if I stay off of it, I never want to talk about it again. I'm like, I want to talk about something else. I don't know what it is yet, but it's like
Hmm.
right now, just on this little book promo tour, I'm just so talking about like leaving behind the 80,000 followers and the blue check mark and hitting delete and not deactivate. And how is that feeling and how it's making me pay more attention. And I'm just kind of like, I don't care anymore.
Hmm.
That's how I feel today.
Well, no, I love that though because in the work I do, yes, it's called Social Media Escape Club. On our Thursday calls that we get together, me, 6, 10, 12 people on a Thursday,
Mm.
whatever. We like never mention Instagram. We're never like,
Mm.
oh, I don't know how to do this. We it's like the speaking of the practice of attention. Like people are literally showing up and being like, oh, I made a zine. Oh, I set up at a
Mm.
craft fair. Oh, I
Yes.
printed things and handed them out. So there's people that
Cool.
do sometimes bop into Social Media Escape Club thinking we're going to talk about strategies of like how to capture attention and get them on your email list. And we don't
Right.
talk about that hardly ever. Like we're more talking about like so and so's art gallery that's happening
Yeah.
or how they just emailed somebody for an opportunity
I love that.
or played a show. Like, yeah, so Social Media Escape Club has really become that because it's one thing like, okay, I deleted the app.
Mm.
Now what? And like your book is all about that of like all the different facets of like how you can like, okay, what's next?
Yeah. Yeah, that's such a good reminder to me. I taught a class last fall called offline practice, and it was very much that. It was like, it wasn't like, here's how to quit social media. It was very much like, here are like the analog, cool, interesting ways to like make art and tell people about it.
Hmm.
And that I will always have a passion for, I think, whether or not
Yeah,
I'm on social media. So,
right. Right. It's where we're putting our attention, where we're because like I said, because every now and again someone will come on there and be like, "Oh, Mark Zuckerberg this and Elon Musk." And I'm just like, can we not? Like,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like we don't need. What are we gonna do? Oh,
Yeah.
they should do this. That well, they're not gonna. So
They're not, yeah.
let I don't know. Let's make stickers.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's build a
exactly.
website. You
Yeah,
know.
I love that. I love your website, by the way, Seth. I feel like I say
Thank
that
you.
often, but it's so cool.
Thank you so much. Shout out my buddy Tommy. I'm a big fan too of speaking of websites, and a lot of people are talking about websites now, and
Hmm.
you should have a website and have a place, have a home base for your work, and that in itself is scary. Oh, there's so many moving parts. It's expensive. It's this, it's that. And I think so much of that too is just like having people in your corner, having like a good group of people that you can talk to about stuff like that. Like, because if you just go into it and be like, someone said I need to go on WordPress. Like, if you don't know anybody that
Yeah,
knows anything about WordPress, like, screw that. The thing looks terrifying.
yeah,
Websites in
that's
general,
true.
like
Yeah,
Squarespace. This, like, I know people that are seasoned web expert people that are like they can't make heads or tails of Squarespace.
Yeah.
All terrifying. So like
Yeah.
again, not to be, isolated and cut off, like get back to that whole like, who knows how to make websites? Who knows how to screen print? Who knows how to like set up shows? Like there's so
Yeah.
much of that I think in the ecosystem of all this that we can all benefit from.
Okay, here's a question. Do you feel like that people who are on social media do that less or rely on that less, or at least in my experience when I'm on social media, my imagination shrinks a little bit.
Mm, hmm
Like I do that stuff, but I'm not like it's not my first thought is like I should post about the thing
hmm
instead of like I should make sure this event has a screen printer and we can all have our own shirts and we'll make stickers and make a zine for it. I guess when I did my quilt show last year, I was creative in that way and technically had Instagram, although then I deactivated it. Or maybe that's when I deleted it. Anyways, the
hmm
point is, I find myself being more creative when I don't have Instagram. But my question is, could someone have Instagram and be creative with their marketing still?
I think so because you and
Yeah.
I both know people that whether it's Instagram or to talk of alcohol or substance, like some people can just use it and like but
Yeah.
there's some people that can't, and so I've definitely heard the people that are like, oh, I could just go on Instagram, post three things, I'm done, yeah, cool. And then you and I both know there's people that are like, No, that's I can't have the YouTube app on my phone
Yeah.
because I'll fall into YouTube shorts for like 2.5 hours.
Right.
So yeah, I think if you can, I don't, it sounds weird to say, oh, if you can handle social media, because then that makes it
Yeah.
sound bad that you can't handle it.
Right.
This thing
Right.
that's designed to entrap and
Right.
ensnare us into um, these addictive dopamine repeating all the time. Like so, yeah. I mean, I think sure, some people can definitely do it. But
Yeah.
I'm of the mind though of like if you can't do that, if you're a person that can't be on social media because of how it makes you feel, it affects your mental health, it burns you out, it sucks up your time and creativity. My thing with Social Media Escape Club is just like there's other ways to do the stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yes, there are.
how do we get new people to see this? How do we get the word out? Like I'm trying to come at it as like not this black and white like perfection part of it of like fine delete it, this is how we're going to do like but more so of just like okay, let me just know that there's possibly another way to do this and let's like ease into it.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. What about the part of like because you've been working on this book, I think you said since 2021 or so.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's 2026, and so
I know.
like holy moly, we made it, I guess.
Yeah.
How much though of that pool to social media or to a Substack or whatever that connection, how much of that
Hmm.
is just due to like because a book is so like that's a long time, that's not
Hmm.
immediate, whereas the social media is like immediate go. You know what I mean?
Well, I think this is really relevant to how I'm feeling today, which is that like the book comes out in less than a week
Mm-hmm.
and I've been, I invented it in 2021, started writing it a couple years ago, finished it 2 years ago, tweaked it the last year, and I'm like, now I want it to be special. Like I feel like there's this little inner child Cody that's like, "Where's my party?" Like and social media feels like such a party because it's like people
Mm-hmm.
are sharing the pictures and I'm so grateful. I mean, so many of my friends got the book this past week, texted me pictures, texted me their cute little unboxing videos, like
It's a great
told me they
box.
posted it. Thank you. Told me they posted it on social media. And I mean, I think in some ways it is just the search for dopamine, but it doesn't quite hit the same way when you don't like see it in this like world celebratory way. And yeah, I'm touching into this level of like I would say light discomfort I've been in around just feeling like wow, I worked so hard on this book for so long and is it just going to feel really quiet?
Mm.
Whereas social media sometimes feels too loud, but also sometimes feels really uplifting when you put something out into the world. And so I'm just trying to stay curious about that the next few days between now and next Tuesday and get curious or like investigate like what is that? Is that just like a small young part of me that like wants to feel celebrated? Is that like a true yearning for like community? Is it I don't and I think it'll be good to do. I'm doing an event in Boulder next week and in Traverse City in a few weeks, and I think it'll be good to like be with other people in the room and feel into that a little bit too.
Right, because it's so easy to say, like, oh, you're going to do this thing in person. But like, but also too, this thing is happening right here. It's like
Yeah.
right there. I could just be there. I could just see it like with my own
Yeah.
eyeballs.
Yeah.
There's something to be said. How do you feel? And I'm not trying to present a solution at all. But like, what if what if you could like show up and this almost sounds silly because I don't equate this with who you are. But like, what if you could stream and see all these people in the comments? You know what I mean?
Like
Like a
at the
video, no,
live
like
event.
right now, like right
Oh,
where you are,
oh,
you're
yeah,
streaming and there's people commenting and
yeah,
maybe, like, I
yeah,
mean, it's not exactly the same as like scrolling social media, but it's like
yeah.
there could be people there. You know what I mean?
Well, a friend said to me, she was like, "Why don't you do a Zoom book event and like have like a digital book event?"
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that would give you some of what you're like longing for of like I want to see all the people celebrating the book and being together. And so that was something I thought about was like
Mm.
is there a video digital book release where people can comment and they can stream through
Yeah,
and maybe we'll see.
maybe. I know I've got the stream bug. Thanks Substack for that, I guess, for better or
What's
worse.
stream bug?
No,
Oh,
I
like
got
the
bit
stream bug.
bug. I got
The
bit by the
bug of
bug.
the stream. You love to
I
stream now.
I do now. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
It's fun to just log in there and like and see
Yeah.
people show up and stuff like that, and especially now that I could do it from the desktop, I don't need the app to do it. I don't think I want to
Yes.
become a
Yes.
streamer and do that for
Sure.
4 hours a
Sure.
day.
Sure.
But what a world that is.
Sounds
I don't
fun
know.
though.
Could be. Imagine if like you could to show up on other people's streams too, like go to
I know.
people's places and they're streaming.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have thought about there's maybe you know more about this world. It's sort of streaming world a little bit, but it's like people who have YouTube channels will
Mhm.
just work.
Oh yeah.
Just stream themselves working and you can co-work with them.
Yep.
There's no interaction. They're not doing anything. They are just live working. I was like, why am I not doing that? Is my
Mm-hmm.
question.
Yeah. To just set it up there over there in the corner.
Yep.
The
Get a
chat is
little
going.
camera. The chat is
It's
going.
wild.
Yeah.
I saw the I don't know if you know him, the photographer Noah Kalina. He the Daily Photo
Oh
guy
yes,
from
you told me about him.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He's streamed a recent blizzard that came through up
Oh.
in upstate New York. So he just set up a camera and you watch, and it was just the snow coming down. And every 30 minutes, he would go out there with his little mic and he would go out there, and you would measure the snow. And it was
Cute.
like, and it was, we were, I think it was the week, I don't know, but I was just like working, but I had that up in the corner. And he just goes out there and was talking. And there was a deer ran by. And yeah,
Aw, maybe I'll be a streamer.
there you go. Because
There we go.
they're,
We figured it out.
we
I'm a
figured
streamer. I'm a streamer now.
the
I-
when we talk of streaming, we're always just like, oh, it's these loud streamer people with video games, and the chat is going 1,000 miles a minute. I'm sure we've all
Yeah.
seen those kind of here and there on like YouTube. And it's just like, no,
Yes.
I want the opposite of that. I just want calm and chill and
Calm
you know,
stream. Calm stream. A calm stream. Oh, I'm writing this down.
there's calm streams out there. There's whitewater rapids, which I don't want anything to
Wow.
do with that. I want to just lay in a stream. I've done that in a hot summer day. I went with some friends down to Tennessee, and my friend like knew all the swimming holes, and I just remember the one hot summer day just laying there. There's no beach. There's no this. There's no watercraft. You're just laying in a creek in the middle of the woods. It was the
That's
best.
beautiful. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
calm
Calm
stream.
stream. I'm having a lot of thoughts about my YouTube channel, maybe bringing back Instagram. I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen after this book comes out? I told myself I would let the book come out
Mm-hmm.
because the book is about not using Instagram in many ways. I will not use Instagram, but then I'm going to feel it out. I'm going to feel out how I feel and see what happens. And, my fear is always that people will think I look crazy, which I guess I have to accept that. Some might say, no, they won't think you're crazy, but the reality is some people will. And I just have
Well,
to,
well, outside, looking in of because I remember finding one of your old posts of like leaving Instagram. One of the few, right? Of,
oh yeah,
like,
there was a couple.
there was a
There was a few.
and of course too, there's people that write their own leaving, and then they go back.
Yeah.
But like for me, it never was like it was never I never thought like you're looking. Any of these people writing that, I'm never like, oh, they're just looking for attention. I've never thought that. I'm just like, this is my journey. Here I am. If you
Yeah.
appreciate it, cool. But that's what I've always appreciated about your work. Of like, it was never like more progress, not perfection.
Yeah. Thanks for saying
Just
that.
yeah, like especially too of social media being so public. Like, there's so many things that a lot of people don't know about. Like here and there, I joke about like on some of my calls of like taxes and shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
no one likes doing that, this and that. Like for me, like that's the thing for me. But I think us talking about that in a because so many people, it's so easy sometimes to look at our heroes and be like, well, they got it all figured out. Like, I wish I had that many and blah blah blah. Like, I wish my website
Yeah.
looked like that. And it's just like, yo, there's 1,000 other things that you don't see that like. But I think the people that appreciate the humanity behind it, I think those are the people that you want in your orbit anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely had people respond to newsletters or podcast episodes with a very like, must be nice that you can leave social media. And I'm like, oh, sweetie, it is not pretty over here. Like, I'm like, yeah, I left and like am living paycheck to paycheck trying to scrounge everything up to pay my bills and not sure it was
Mm-hmm.
really the best idea. I just happened to leave. Like, I think there is a projection, and I can do, like you said, I can do that with other people to be like, oh, looks like they've got it all figured out. And it's like, no, nobody's got it all figured out. Or if they do, I'm scared of them or something. I don't know. They're lying.
Yeah, no one. No, it almost seems like it almost seems impossible to have every single facet of a
Yes.
relationship, of life, of finances, of
Yes.
taxes, of this, of that, like family. Like, oh my good, like
Yes.
who's
Family.
batting 1,000?
Exactly. Who?
So, right,
Yeah.
not me.
Not me.
So,
Definitely
so
not
I,
me.
I, I think in showing that and showing the humanity and the vulnerability, especially and this is the first mention. Here we go, ding, ding, ding. In the age of AI,
Pew, 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 pew.
delete, delete. Um, I don't know. Like, I think you and I are in a this inhabit this world of like it's just some messy stuff going on, and like appreciate the
Yeah.
messy stuff and the typos and the oops, deleted this or whatever. Like to see other people like not to see other people being freaking human.
Yeah, I sent out a little email today that was it was such a short email with so many typos that I was like, I guess that's how the people know that I'm writing my emails. But I was like, it said the word study, and instead of an S for study, it had the letter A, like in the subject. I
Great.
was just like, come on, Cody, like get it together. But yeah, I have been thinking a lot about, the this I don't really pay much attention to AI or the conversation around AI, but I know that a fear is people are like, "Oh, it's the classic like it's taking our jobs" feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say I have noticed a decrease in one-on-one creative advising sessions, which I do wonder if people just ask Claude or ChatGPT now their questions instead of me.
Mm-hmm.
And, in my journey in wanting to deepen my Pilates practice and do more trainings to become a Pilates teacher, it does have me thinking about like a lot of this stuff around like social media, AI, the internet. Like, if I want to go that route, like how much of that do I want to be an online business? Do I want to teach just in physical studios? Do I want it to be a side gig? Like, yeah, just kind of, I'm asking a lot of questions right now. But AI could spit you out a Pilates workout regimen, but
Mm-hmm.
you can't replace a Pilates teacher with unless you made a robot, and that would be scary.
Unless your investment in that is like, I just need to see some Pilates stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Yeah.
no, like I like what Cody's doing. I'm gonna pay for those classes. Like,
Yeah.
so I think there's gonna be more of that. I think there's
Me
I
too.
I just think as we see more of the humanity of the people doing this work, of any work, and people showing the humanity behind what they're doing, I think is just especially in the age of because it's so easy to get pulled into almost the showness of social media of like doing this right and doing this perfect and it looks like this and you post 8 times a day or whatever. I don't know. I think there's just going to be a handful of people that are like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to keep up with that.
Yeah.
And maybe I just want to do Pilates twice a week or something like that and read a newsletter, and maybe that can be enough.
Yeah. That's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds nice.
Because you can follow 2,000 people on Instagram, but you can't subscribe to 2,000 newsletters.
That's that's
Your
really real. You'd be
your inbox will
reading
blow up.
your
Right.
inbox below. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. There's no inbox zero there.
No, no, no. This has me thinking about just so many good things. I will continue to pause because that's what I really missed from last year. My like quick manic platform jumping was like, and part of this is, I talk really openly about being bipolar. It's not like I was just feeling manic. It's like I had a manic episode and did a lot of moving around. And what I'm really trying to move through right now is just like pausing, more pausing, less urgency. It's like, so for anyone watching or listening, it's like you don't have to leave Instagram immediately. You don't have to come back immediately. It's like you can just be in that middle space for a little bit longer. And I wish I had stayed in the middle space a little
Mm.
longer with a lot of my choices in the last year.
Well, I mean, one of the big things, and I love thinking this too, of like Priya Parker, who wrote Why We Gather.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the big things that they talk about is instead of self-help, it's group help. And by keeping
Mm.
other people involved in what we're going through. And you showed that today. Like, I got a text from you talking about IG, like, and that's,
Mm-hmm.
but I also, hey, a couple months ago, I got, you know, heard from you too of like going back to Substack maybe. Like, but I think the
Yeah.
core of that is like, and even if it's not like, it needed to work out a certain way, it was still just like, I'm talking to people, leaning on my community.
Yep.
And I think that's huge.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah, leaning on the community is the way through, I think.
So by the time this little interview comes out, your book will be a few days away,
Yay.
and that's exciting.
Yes. What day does it come out again? Friday?
Is it Thursday or Friday, maybe, I guess.
Okay.
Today's
Great.
Wednesday, maybe.
Yep. Okay.
So this will be a pre-book release, but
That's
yay,
perfect.
like I said, you've been working on this since 2021. It'll be nice to just have it out and
Yeah.
to continue get to talk about it, do some in-person events. That's so exciting.
Thanks. I'm
Yeah.
excited. I know I keep forgetting that the book is not out yet, technically. Like, I think
Hmm.
I've been a little bit like, it's too quiet. And I'm like, it's literally not out yet. Like,
Hmm.
it takes a second. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And then to do that, to have that book out there again, and the in-person stuff, and you're going to probably get a bunch of messages from people, and it'll be so nice. Um, what's the rest of the year look like for Cody Cook-Parrott? The rest
I
of
think,
2026.
yeah, I think so. I'll actually be in Boulder at grad school when my book comes out, which is really special because I
Oh,
worked on some of it in my grad program. And so, graduating in June, getting my MFA in creative writing, that's going to feel really nice. It's been a long, beautiful 2 years. And then I really want to pivot to doing this long Pilates training. So, I think I'm going to do like a year-long classical Pilates teacher training. I'm not 100% sure yet, but that's kind of on my mind. And then just still chipping away at my debt and trying to get outside way more. And yeah, that's kind of on my mind. Outside and Pilates.
that sounds great.
Yeah,
That sounds great.
thanks.
And all the other stuff that happens in between with the internet, with social media or not, or whatever.
Whatever.
It's a big whatever.
Yeah.
Well, cool. The practice of attention.
Oh,
Here it
cute.
is. Yay.
There it is. It looks great
Screenshot.
next to your yellow microphone.
Again, too, the level of detail, like with the box that this came in and stuff like that, it was just like so amazing, and
Hmm.
happy to be a part, happy to be involved at all in this coming out and doing this right now with you. So it's
Thank
been
you,
a fun
Seth.
journey. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. So love your work, love what you do, and how you do it. Whatever.
What'd you say?
I said I love the work that you do and how you do it.
Oh, and how I do it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I like how
Yeah.
I do it too.
Yeah. So I think it's a, a a soft, nice example of how stuff can be done.
Mm,
And
thank
you
you.
don't, it doesn't have to be perfect, whatever.
Yeah.
You do it
Yeah.
as human as possible. So
Yes.
cool.
Exactly.
So everybody go buy this book, The Practice of Attention, Cody Cook-Parrott. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Seth. Appreciate
You're
you.
very welcome.